Welcome to this new game. It's not new. What the hell am I saying? I want subtitles though. Oh, okay. This is Stanley Parable. I have seen it when I was so young, so I barely remember shit of this. I think Markiplier played it back then when I watched him. Oh, I still watch him. What am I saying? But I'd like to play this for myself. It was on Steam for sale for half a price, so I was like, you know what? I have to get it now. I have not personally have played this before. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Okay. Sure. I still don't understand why that's this. Enter the current time. AM? It's not AM. Can I change that? Oh, okay. It is PM for 2 PM. Yes. Although the Dutch people say 2 PM. Not just Dutch. I think it's entire Europe. Can the access from the main menu? Okay. Thank you. I'm just taking my addiction. And no, those aren't pills, don't worry. They're just mints. Oh god, that sounds so bad. I can hear that. Alright, begin. It's seriously been such an ass time, so I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like doing.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I'm a man.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Four is a good number, guys.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He
But
sat
I'm
at his
Stanley.
desk in room
I'm
427
Stanley.
and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every
That
day,
is so boring.
every month, of every
Oh my
year.
god.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
He was happy, or he is?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Oh.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
And of course,
Shocked,
I had to check it
frozen
out.
solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so you basically need to follow his instructions, but I'm just gonna do what the heck I fucking want to do. There's also like so many different endings, so... Whoa, I am moving quite fast. Holy fuck.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, but where's the meeting room? I am so fast, low-key. I am goddamn fast. Woo! How do I open things? Oh, okay. Of course. With the standard pressing E button. Okay. I don't even know where it is. What is that sound? The fuck? I don't think I was touching any... Where the hell is the meeting room?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it
I am
perfectly
so
well.
fast, you
Perhaps
cannot
he wanted to
stop me.
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Whee!
Yes, truly a room
I
worth
cannot
admiring.
jump.
It had really been worth, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Is this the open door? Nah. I'm going straight here. Ooh, this is
Stanley
close.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh my god. All I had to do was press fucking buttons, dude. God, I'm fast. Woo! Whee! I have freedom now, okay? I'm not worried at all. I cannot jump. Do not- oh. Speaking of jump, it will cause death. Misuse of cargo lift. For jumping off? It costs $5,000. What happens if I jump off? Oh.
Look, Stanley,
Woo!
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
Oh.
Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Oh,
Good
actually,
job, Stanley.
died.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh. Okay, I did not expect that, actually. I don't know what to
All of
expect,
his
to be
code
honest,
is
but...
gone. What
Is
could
there a
it mean?
save? I don't think there is.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Okay.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's not do anything stupid. Oh, fuck.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I am not eager to do anything.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Why is there a cup on this ladder? It says number 1. Or is this a different number? But I cannot see. Okay, let's not plunge to my death. That cost me $5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that
Oh, where am I
investing your
going?
trust
Oh
in
my
someone
God.
else can be difficult.
Where
but
am
the
I
fact
going?
is that the story has been about
Oh
nothing
my
but
God.
you all this time.
Oh,
There's someone
I'm
you've been
going over there.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Well, I have freedom
I'm
now.
not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who is the her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Nah, I have
to
freedom.
put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who is this her?
She's been waiting.
I'm single. I'm Stanley. There is no way someone who would want to date who is called Stanley. God, I'm so rude. Why is this so dark in here? Oh. Oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly...
Okay, sure. What the fuck? Oh.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
I can't believe I'm stuck.
Okay, there we go.
I am
All
stuck.
right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your...
The fuck? Oh,
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving
no,
wife
I didn't.
who'd want to commit their life
I
to
did
you?
not. I
I'm
seriously.
trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
I
Come
knew it.
inside.
I knew
Let me
it.
show you what's really going on here.
Nope.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
My story now.
No, I don't want to be anywhere. God damn it. I don't want to listen to you. I hate taking instructions unless I
This is a very
really have
sad
to.
story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Ugh, okay. I'm stuck. Good morning. Hold on. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he
I'm
pushes
stuck.
is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Why?
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Oh.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now
Wait.
he's going
I'm
home.
not eating
Now
lunch.
he's coming back to work.
I didn't eat lunch.
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
What if I don't press it? I don't think anything is going to work. What is this button? Fine, I'll press it.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
I'm
From
stuck.
behind
It's
his
small.
desk,
I hate it
Stanley
here.
dreamed of wild expeditions
I wanna
into
go.
the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would.
You
ever
can jump.
happen
No,
to
seriously, we disabled it. I don't think you
And
can.
so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the
I'm
face
the
of
only man on Earth. I don't mind
The
that.
thought excited him terribly.
Exactly. To spend time with the boys? I thought it was alone.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either.
How long is this
At
going?
last, choice.
Okay.
It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Can I leave? This is annoying.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
Okay.
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Can I not leave? Okay, I am going to leave. I don't want to wait any longer. Maybe that's why I'm so fast, because every time I have to restart towards the
Stanley
beginning.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, let's go to the meeting room. I guess take a door on the left.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I did. Okay. Where does it go here? Okay. Where am I?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Well,
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Okay.
Stanley decided to go up to his
Meeting
boss's
room.
office, hoping
Rip
he might find an
France?
answer
Who is
there.
that? Oh, I can actually go into the closet room.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Oh, but I like it here. It's so small. Okay, no, let's go. And then...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, it's so dark and red in here. What is down here? I just like exploring, so I'm just gonna explore.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
I am
And in such a
terrified.
competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All
Oh,
of my
am I
coworkers
walking in a
blinking
circle?
mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
What is
And
this?
for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply...
I'm actually enjoying the fact how
No, Stanley
fast
said
I
to
am.
himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this.
Is there a
while I'm
way
still
out, or
lucid.
do I have to go to the beginning again?
He imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then
Oh!
he imagined
Oh, what the
himself
fuck? I am actually
soaring
flying.
through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared.
Oh,
It
what?
was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Because Stanley has no
Now the
personality.
voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams...
Am I just stuck here again?
Of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
I'm waiting until I get an
Believing that a
achievement
thief
at
doesn't have
least.
to take responsibility for himself? Stanley
I'm quite
is
patient.
as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part
happens
of
if I go
himself
backwards?
too. Surely, if
Oh.
he could just...
No.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Oh my god.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world...
I'm trying to find my way out now.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
Shut up!
I am
God, I'm
normal.
so annoying.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I get it now. Oh. God.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please,
Oh,
can someone
no.
tell
Panic.
me I'm real?
Panic.
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh shit. What the fuck is this game?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Excuse me?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose,
Wait.
got dressed,
I'm a
gathered
woman
her
now.
belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh, I died.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh my god.
And although she would
I
soon
died.
turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Oh my god,
I
that's
am
awful.
sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
So she just left Stanley. Oh my god. Okay. The fuck? What happens if I go back to my computer? Okay, that was strange.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can I go somewhere else though besides the meeting room? What happens if I
Stanley
go
came
right
to
again?
a set of two open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art.
I love it.
What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace?
thirsty.
Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper. Something
Coffee?
darker.
Nuts? Darker?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Oh, yeah, look at
Really
the paintings.
worth it.
Oh, look at that art. Look at that beauty. There's water dripping down the plant.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall
Look at the
personality.
sea.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
It makes me feel so peaceful. Just looking at the water. Oh, would you look at that?
Stanley sat
A
around
hill.
waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Okay,
At
fine.
last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Okay, fine. Let's go.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead
Button.
to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I like buttons. Oh, where am I going?
But Stanley didn't want to go back.
No,
to
I like
this.
buttons.
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go,
Where?
From here, it's, left.
Oh. I just tried that door. It didn't work.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Is he going
See,
for a
down,
script?
Right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
I don't want to go this. Ooh, a truck. Why is that? Why is the truck on? Hello? Oh, why is it suddenly very spooky? Oh!
No.
My God, what
No, this
the
isn't right at
fuck?
all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to...
Fired?
Who am I kidding?
Ooh, what is the
It's all
glitching
rubbish
one?
now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far
That is
off
so
track,
creepy.
Okay, from the top.
Pirates? No! I saw a pirate one. Oh, nah. Damn it. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What happens if I
decided
stay
to go
here?
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Who farts? What?
When Stanley... Wait, what?
Huh?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh.
Oh my God.
Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
I don't
Stanley,
know.
Did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know
Yeah.
for sure that it's here somewhere.
Where?
Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
What? How many dead places are there here? What the fuck? What is going on in here, Mr. Oh my God, what is...
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
Where am
Is this the story? I don't think so.
Where am I?
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
No?
Do you remember, Stanley?
No, this is definitely
Well, do you know what?
my house.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay! What did I win?
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all.
Can I even look
We both
outside?
know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some
Excuse
people
you?
win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh, no. Oh, what the fuck?
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line.
Okay.
How simple is that?
Why do I have to go bread for a little bit? I was like, why is there bread in here? It's so loud. Oh my goodness. No matter how low I put my volume, it's so fucking loud.
Wait, cut the music.
Oh, fuck.
Go back
Yeah?
and look at that fern.
Look at what? Look at the where? What is a fern? I don't even know what that is, so I'm just gonna keep walking.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. No. Line.
I made
You do
all
know
that
we're looking
work,
for the
all that
Stanley Parable,
freaking
right?
following
The
for
story?
nothing. Are you serious?
Is any of this ringing a bell?
Where's my room then?
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you,
But why
after
is
everything we've been through,
2, 3, 4
you...
blocked
Oh,
out?
I
Oh,
can't
here's the
take this
pirate one.
anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No, I want to see it. Do I need to follow the line again?
You know what, Stanley?
What?
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
I don't want to go this direction. I love how he totally forgot what we were supposed to do.
This is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go
I'm
wild.
getting really
Use
dizzy
your
from doing
imagination.
this.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
How can I not acknowledge it if I'm supposed to be, like, following this direction? There's no other direction for me to go. So, what? Can I go here? No, I guess I cannot. I'm a bit itchy. There we go. Where am I?
A choice. We get to make a decision.
Okay.
From here, the story is in our control.
No, it's in yours.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn
I am
means
getting
that our
dizzy.
destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I don't want to go that door. Oh, fine. What the fuck?
Oh, hold up, what's this?
We've been playing for the confusion.
ending. You're telling me
I've been playing
that's what
for that
this
for
is?
real.
It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
What am I
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
Oh, I'm
Well,
so
You
confused.
consulted me.
I think that's the whole reason of this
I
ending.
get a say in all of this. Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't
Where
want
am
it
I
to be.
actually? Am I-
I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I
Just
don't want to be
restart
trapped
it.
like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the time stopped. Does that mean did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule? How would
I think
we
so.
even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Yeah.
guess now we just wait. You know,
For
I
what?
suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always
Me
saying
neither.
that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
What the fuck? Was that supposed to happen, that sound? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Uh,
What could it mean?
Where am I now? I'm
Stanley
so
decided to
confused.
go to
Oh
the
my
meeting
God.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is this like a restart this time? Where...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's go to the boss's office, I guess. Hello? Executive bathroom. Ooh. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. What the fuck is that? What in the hell? Okay. It's official. This game is very confusing. Hello? Anyone? Oh. What the fuck is that painting? Oh my god. Business strategy shooting a pen. What the no. Ooh, elevator. Can I take it? I can. Oh my gosh, let's go. Oh my god, I can actually take the elevator. Oh, no. Okay, I guess nothing will be happening, sadly. Not even an achievement. So, let's go. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Do I have to fill that in? Oh, it's this door. Oh, it's not a... Oh, it looked like a door.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What kind of boss is this? Oh, what is this? It's very dark. Oh. Oh, okay. I guess I'm going down anyway. Oh, am I supposed to go down?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest. as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
It's not dangerous at all. Where am I?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door.
Mind
that read
control
Mind
facility.
Control Facility.
Oh, it says escape. Okay, I'm escaping. Goodbye.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Really?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and
Nope,
get back
I am
on
escaping.
track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Oh my gosh. Well, it was nice knowing you. Oh, what the fuck? Ah! Okay, how am I alive? Oh my god, hi. What?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Oh,
he reflected
I'm
that his
getting
life had been of
crushed.
no
Excuse
consequence
me.
whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the
Oh,
real story.
no.
Trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this
I thought I
world
was
is.
gonna jump to my
Perhaps
death,
his
but this is
death was a
worse.
great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and
No, I didn't accept this violent end.
farewell, Stanley.
Oh my god. Ah! Huh?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Who are you?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Okay, I guess I'm safe? What the fuck?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What the fuck is going on?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
What?
Do you see that
What
Stanley
is-
was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What is this? What? Is this some kind of like weird museum thing? Okay. I am weirded out. I hope you can read it all. Let's be respectful for the people who made it. I'm not sure if this is the real people who made it. But let's just show this for a while so you can pause it. But always have respect for people who make these kind of things. Screams from development. Okay. What is this? Where am I? Do I go somewhere? Oh, I guess here.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Fuck you.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No.
I don't like your voice. I'm sorry.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
But
listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
Nope.
As long as you move forward, you'll
I'm
be
gonna get
walking
crushed
someone
like I
else's
wanted
path.
from the
Slow
beginning.
down, it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Oh, too bad. Time chose for me. Was this it?
How wonderful. Stanley was
Oh.
alone. Finally.
Oh.
This is great, he thought to himself.
How
This
many
is-
different endings are there? Oh, can I even save? What if I quit? Is that gonna be a problem? I cannot jump. What do you mean?
what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Let me just Google Stanley. It doesn't have any way of saving the game in the middle of a loop. Well, okay, I guess I finished the loop then. Okay. Is there a point for me to get to?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk,
okay.
pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Can I go up the passageway? I guess I go down again. I guess.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read,
Okay, let's go
Mind
straight up
Control
this time.
Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh, spoilers!
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes. I have the strength to find out.
Now the monitors jumped to life,
Whoa.
their true nature revealed.
I was too,
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it
Makes
blindly?
sense.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh, there's also a choice that I could... On? Okay. Okay, let's just do it off. And after that we can turn it on next time and see what it does then.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Perhaps. Oh.
Yes. He had won.
It doesn't sound
He
over.
had defeated the machine.
Oh.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door
Is this the
slowly
freedom
opened,
ending?
Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other
Freedom!
mysteries did this strange building hold? But
It's so
as
slow.
sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it
Oh.
was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking.
Oh, there's stairs. I thought I fell.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand.
I cannot jump. I mean, why is
No
there a
longer
jump
would
button
anyone
if I
tell him
cannot
where to
jump?
go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he
Oh my
lives,
gosh,
it
the
will be
beauty.
his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon
Oh
his
my
skin,
god.
the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yay! Yay! I didn't complete it. I didn't peek it. There is so much more to explore, but I'm going to do that in the next episode. Oh, this game is a lot, man. But it's so much fun. This is such a fun game. Oh, I love that detail. That's funny. Alright, sub for the only Bunnerrup, and I hope to see you next time again. Bye!